Once a young man named Yuji choked on water and unexpectedly got reincarnated. But don't expect this to be your typical isekai story where the protagonist becomes an overpowered hero. Nope, Yuji was transformed into a tree instead. With no limbs to move, survival becomes a challenge for him. Follow Yuji as he embraces his new life and aims to become a tree god, making use of his tree-like abilities. Our story begins in a mysterious forest where an unusual tree catches Yuji's attention. Suddenly, a voice comes out of the tree, and wait, it's the tree itself. The tree realizes that it's about to die, and upon inspecting its surroundings, it discovers that it has turned into a tree. The tree tries to convince itself that it's all just a dream and goes back to sleep, hoping to wake up soon. But to its surprise, it's still a tree and unable to move. The voice inside the tree recalls choking on water and concludes that it has been transmigrated. As Yuji curses his fate for being reincarnated as a tree instead of a young man surrounded by beautiful girls, he wonders what he did to deserve such punishment. He quickly realizes that trees do not have eyesight but can see for some unknown reason. Attempting to move his branches, he discovers that he can only move one out of his 50 branches. Blaming his fate yet again, he spots an airplane in the sky, leading him to believe that he may still be in the same era as when he was alive. Suddenly, two bees swarm around him, annoying him to no end. He uses his only moving branch to strike and kill them, which results in 0.2 evolution points. Yuji then uses his newfound points to strengthen his branches, granting him the ability to move another branch. After half a month has passed, Yuji is now capable of manipulating all of his branches and making them stronger at random. Feeling confident, he attempts to use his techniques on a nearby boulder but fails to reach it. Despite failing to make direct contact with the boulder, Yuji's attack produced a shockwave that shattered a piece of it. With the ambition of becoming the world tree of this planet, he continues to grow himself and his powers. Having no need to study, play, or work, he spends all his time traveling and striving to become a tree god. Yuji quickly realizes that this world is different from his original one, as it's filled with mutated air. While exploring, he stumbles upon a nest of baby peregrine falcons, which he decides to feed and care for. Hoping to tame these beasts and practice for air battles, he hunts and feeds the neglected nest with a rabbit he killed. Yuji then tries to strengthen his roots, but he finds that roots cost 1 point instead of 0.1 for branches. Deciding that roots must be more important, he chooses to strengthen them despite the tremendous pain, feeling as though he's being hit by an electric drill. His suffering pays off, as he can now manipulate his roots just like his branches. As he tries to move, he realizes that his roots, which are usually thicker and stronger, are hurting him even more. He grunts in pain, realizing that he needs to strengthen all of his roots to protect his trunk, his heart, and his lifeline. Suddenly, he hears a rustling in the distance and prepares for battle. Yuji readies himself, expecting to face a fierce predator. To his surprise, he discovers that the movement was caused by a fox. Although injured, the beast is still alive. As he approaches it, he examines the fox and finds that it has been poisoned. Not wanting to feed this poisoned meat to the falcons, he contemplates what he should do. With a stroke of inspiration, Yuji decides to test the healing properties of his sap. He helps out the fox, who immediately feels better than ever before. Impressed by his sap's detoxifying ability, Yuji decides to kill the beast to score more points. However, he is taken aback when the fox becomes affectionate towards him. As the fox rubs against him, Yuji finds himself caught off guard by its cuteness. As he pets the fox, it suddenly starts to glow. Yuji watches in awe as the beast begins to evolve, growing bigger and stronger thanks to consuming his branches. But his surprise is far from over when two girls show up. The girls set up a small altar at Yuji's trunk and reveal that their father was buried under him. After a quick prayer, one of the girls drags the other to a nearby lake to take a shower. Our perverted tree friend can't help but try to peek at them undressing, but his dreams are crushed as his view gets blocked by another tree. Frustrated, Yuji tries to move around, but the pain is too much for him to bear. Cursing his inability to move, he decides to cease his foolishness. As the girls finish their shower and head back to their village, they promise to return soon. A week passes, and Yuji has made significant progress. He even feeds his sap to the peregrine falcons, which increases their growth process by a lot. With a red fox and a group of falcons by his side, Yuji feels more powerful than ever before.